out today?
How could you do this to us after everything we've done for you?
Oh, see, I made Lewis a bet here. See, Lewis bet me that we couldn't both get rich and put y'all in the poorhouse at the same time. He didn't think we could do it. I won.
I lost. $1.
Thank you, Lewis.
After you.
Certainly.
What if your entire life, your job, your home, your money, was ripped away, all because two bored rich old men made a $1 bet? In 1983, Trading Places turned that twisted premise into a comedy masterpiece, proving that laughter could be the ultimate revenge. But behind the iconic performances of Eddie Murphy and Dan Aykroyd, the making of this classic was a high-stakes gamble of its own. Welcome to The Real Story. Today, we're cornering the market on the secrets of a film that was as smart as it was funny. If you're ready to invest in some great trivia, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button and ring the bell. Number 10. The film was inspired by a tennis match and real-life villains. The brilliant premise for Trading Places was born from two very different sources, a casual insult and real-world greed. The initial spark came when screenwriter Timothy Harris was playing tennis against two wealthy, arrogant brothers. He joked that they were so competitive they would probably ruin someone's life over a $1 bet. That became the central idea. But for their villains, the Duke brothers, the writers looked to the headlines. They based Randolph and Mortimer directly on the notorious Hunt brothers, a pair of real-life Texas billionaires who had recently tried, and failed, to corner the world's silver market. The combination of a simple joke and a true story of Wall Street greed created the perfect foundation for a comedy classic. Number 9. The leads were a last-minute gamble. Before Murphy and Aykroyd, the film was built for another legendary duo, Richard Pryor and Gene Wilder. But after a tragic accident sidelined Pryor, the project stalled. When it was revived, the studio pushed for a hot new talent from Saturday Night Live. The problem? Director John Landis had no idea who Eddie Murphy was, as his first movie, 48 Hours, hadn't been released yet. Landis took a massive gamble on the studio's word, casting a 22-year-old he'd never heard of. That gamble turned Murphy into a global superstar and created one of the most iconic comedy pairings of the 80s. Number 8. The movie literally changed U.S. law. This is perhaps the most incredible fact of all. In the film's climax, the heroes use a stolen confidential government report about orange crops to corner the market. This exposed a real-life loophole in financial law. In 2010, nearly 30 years later, the U.S. government passed the Dodd-Frank Wall Street Reform Act. Tucked inside that massive piece of legislation is a provision officially nicknamed the Eddie Murphy Rule. It makes it illegal to trade commodities using confidential information stolen from the government, exactly what the Dukes tried to do. That's right, a raunchy 80s comedy directly inspired a real piece of American financial law. Number 7. Jamie Lee Curtis shattered her Scream Queen image. By the early 80s, Jamie Lee Curtis was typecast as the Scream Queen, thanks to her roles in horror films like Halloween and The Fog. The studio was strongly against casting her as the street-smart Ophelia, believing audiences wouldn't accept her in a comedic role. But director John Landis fought for her, and she delivered a performance full of charm, wit, and warmth that proved she was a comedic force. The role completely shattered her horror movie image and set her on the path to becoming the versatile, Oscar-winning legend she is today. Number 6. The improvised Karate Man monologue. One of the most famous and hilariously quotable moments in the film is when Billy Ray Valentine finds himself in a jail cell with some intimidating cellmates. To look tough, he launches into a bizarre monologue about being a karate man who knows the court of blood technique. That entire speech was completely improvised by a 22-year-old Eddie Murphy. Director John Landis just kept the cameras rolling as Murphy, in a moment of pure comedic genius, created the unforgettable rant on the spot, proving his lightning-fast wit and incredible talent. Hey, this stock of secrets is only going up. If you're enjoying this look at a comedy classic, be sure to hit that like and subscribe button. And stick around, because coming up, we have the story of how a single scene halted $6 billion in real-world trading. Number 5. The film shares a universe with Coming to America. The Duke brothers' story didn't end when they were bankrupted. Director John Landis created a secret cinematic universe by bringing them back 5 years later in his next Eddie Murphy film, Coming to America. In a memorable cameo, Prince Akeem gives a large wad of cash to a homeless man on a park bench. That homeless man is none other than Randolph Duke, played again by Ralph Bellamy. He gratefully takes the money and tells his now destitute brother Mortimer, "We're back." It's a brilliant Easter egg that confirms both films exist in the same world and gives a hilarious final chapter to the Duke brothers' story. Number 4. The music is a secret joke. The film's elegant score is filled with themes from Mozart's famous opera, The Marriage of Figaro. This wasn't a random choice. It was a brilliant, razor-sharp inside joke. The Marriage of Figaro is a story about servants and commoners outsmarting their arrogant, wealthy masters. The music is a constant, subtle wink to the audience, foreshadowing that the snooty Duke brothers are about to get played by the very people they look down on. It's a layer of comedic genius that most people never even notice. Number 3. The scene that halted $6 billion in trading. To capture the insane energy of the trading floor, the production filmed inside the actual World Trade Center Commodities Exchange. The problem? As soon as Eddie Murphy and Dan Aykroyd stepped onto the floor, the real-life traders stopped working and swarmed the actors, causing chaos. It's estimated that this interruption caused a $6 billion halt in real-world trading. The exchange had to be temporarily shut down, forcing the production to reschedule the rest of the shoot for a weekend, using the actual traders as paid extras. Number 2. It became a holiday classic by accident. Trading Places is packed with Christmas and New Year's Eve themes, yet it was released on June 8, 1983 as a summer blockbuster. It went head-to-head with Return of the Jedi and was a massive hit. So how did it become a holiday staple? Through the magic of television. Consistent cable reruns during the holiday season throughout the 80s and 90s cemented its place in the public consciousness as a Christmas movie. It became a beloved, unconventional holiday classic, not by design, but by sheer repetition. Number 1. The unscripted magic that made it a classic. The set of Trading Places was a meeting of Hollywood generations. It was the 99th film for veteran Ralph Bellamy and the 49th for Don Amici, while for the 22-year-old Eddie Murphy, it was only his second. Murphy, never missing a beat, reportedly joked to the two legends, "Between the three of us, we've made 151 movies." That spontaneity bled into the filming itself. When Randolph Duke tosses his brother the money clip, Don Amici was supposed to catch it smoothly. Instead, he fumbled it. The mistake was so authentic and the recovery so professional that director Landis kept it in the film. And perhaps the most famous accident of all was Ophelia's Swedish disguise. The script called for a German accent, but Jamie Lee Curtis couldn't master it. Instead of stopping the take, she simply committed to the flub, turning a mistake into a hilarious and memorable character choice. These unscripted, imperfect moments are what give Trading Places its chaotic, human, and timeless spark. So there you have it. Trading Places wasn't just a hilarious story about switching lives. It was a sharp, brilliant satire that was so on the money, it literally changed the rules of the game. It launched the career of a comedy legend and became a timeless Christmas classic that's as smart as it is funny. What's your favorite quote from the film? Let us know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and remember, it ain't cool being no jive turkey so close to Thanksgiving.